CEO of Access Holdings see his death coming? We wrapped up last week with some positive vibes, only to be jolted awake over the weekend by the tragic news of the untimely demise of the CEO of Access Holdings, his wife, his kid, and Abimbola Ogunbanjo, the former group chairman of Nigerian Exchange Group PLC. Man, when I heard this news, I was devastated because like that, in a twinkle of an eye, he and some members of his family gone. Wow. If you don't know who Herbert Wigwe is, you must be living under a rock. Aside from being one of the major partners and the person that brought Access Bank to where it is today, he also had recently just started a university. I mean, wow. You know, Adora Lumina put it in her tributes that Herbert Wigwe was in his legacy project stage. That this is the place where people feel like they're in the last stretch of their life. Do you think it's true? Do you believe that people actually feel when they're coming towards the end of their life? I thought that was an interesting perspective, but let me know in the comments below. The group left Lagos on Wednesday and they were heading to catch the Super Bowl game in America, which is a major sporting game. But fate had other plans and their helicopter met a devastating end with no survivors reported. But life is really fickle because mysteriously, someone actually narrowly escaped this tragedy. How? Wigwe's assistant, Shola Falaye, chose not to follow the group and instead chose to travel by road. From what we heard allegedly, Shola wasn't comfortable with the weather at night. They were flying at night and the weather wasn't really good. So he opted to go by road because you actually can go by road from where they were going to. Because they were going from San Bernardino Valley going to Las Vegas, Nevada, which is not far. You can actually drive. Do you think it was his intuition or do you think that maybe he just is a scared flyer? Like maybe the weather was just really bad? But if you ask me, intuition is not enough. I think sometimes people just make decisions that they're just like, it's raining, I'm not going to go. And it's just that simple. I want to give you guys a little bit of background about that terrain that they were flying. There are a lot of mountains in the western coast of America. When you're flying from, the LA region and you're flying through Nevada, through Las Vegas, there's a lot of mountains. And the weather can be really foggy and really cloudy. And apparently it was 10 p.m. at night. It was very dark. And not only that, it was bad weather. In addition, in most recent times in the last week and a half or so, this is not the first, this is not the second, but this is the third helicopter crash that is happening in America. Also, this same helicopter company, or rather the manufacturers of this same helicopter, they actually have been forced to pay a hefty sum of $75 million to another family who had a helicopter crash in 2018. So it shows you that something is amiss, because if the court system can award the family and say, you guys are held responsible for this helicopter crash, for a crash that happened in 2018, why have they not changed? What has happened? What's the issue? Is the company not doing due diligence on their helicopters? Or was it weather? We'll have to continue to see exactly what happens, as this plays out. But it's really sad. In irony of it, Herbert Wigwe actually recently tweeted very touching words just before his demise. He said, "Today and always, let us remember that life is a precious gift, a chance to breathe, feel, love, experience, and connect. Let's honor this gift by living with purpose, kindness, and gratitude, making every moment count. Let us number our days." I don't really know what to say to that. It's sometimes I've heard that when people die tragically, it's almost as if they know something is going to happen. Do you guys feel like Herbert maybe knew his days were going to be cut short? Anyways, I can't imagine what it would have felt like for the last moments, as a parent, you're in a helicopter crash, there are a few seconds before the helicopter is going to get on the floor and crash, and you're looking into the eyes of your child and you're thinking about the other children, because Herbert Wigwe has other children. There were 4 kids, and you're thinking about the other children that are at home, knowing fully well that you don't know if you're going to survive this. Oh, I cannot imagine how him and his wife felt. Several Nigerians have been sending in their tributes. Alex Otti, the governor of Abia, penned an emotional tribute to Wigwe, who he called his brother. He said this is one of the saddest moments of his life. And he mentioned that Chizoba and Chizi, who hardly fly the chopper, were also with him. And what are the chances? Okonjo-Iweala also penned a tribute, Dupe Olushola, and a host of others sent in their condolences. It really is just a tragic moment. And this is not a time to begin to have conspiracy theories that maybe he was assassinated. Someone said, oh, I hope my money in Access Bank is safe. I mean, we need to have a lot more empathy when it comes to things like this. We extend our heartfelt condolences to the grieved loved ones. May their souls find eternal rest, and may their families find strength and solace in this time. Somebody had to say this, and this is very interesting perspective. Does Senator Nwoko have plans to trade guns? Uncover the shocking details in the next video.